I would say the number one question that I get asked is what's the best marketing strategy to drive sellers to my REI business? But since I've answered that question many times before, go look at my other videos. I'm going to answer the second most common question that I get. And that's, Parker, what market should I go into for my REI business? When it comes to markets or just a market, you don't have to be in multiple markets. There's a few factors you want to look at. Population size, average sale price, days on market, population. You want to look at population because it's going to tell you a lot of things about jobs, growth, what type of businesses are servicing that area. And ideally, I don't like to go into an area that has a population less than 500,000. 2 is average deal size. Average deal size is going to have a lot to do with the size of your profit and the average buyer pool that can afford those priced properties. As a general rule, you can expect your double close or wholesale fee to be roughly 10% of the average sale price of homes for that area. 3, days on market. You want to know how long it's going to take you to get paid? Go look at the average days on market for properties in your area, and this is going to give you a little bit of insight as to how long it's going to take you to get that paycheck. And understand, between a buyer's market and a seller market, this number can fluctuate, so go back to multiple different markets within that same geo and see how that number fluctuates. And as a fourth factor, one thing that I would not skip if you plan to be wholesaling properties is look at cash transactions for this particular area. You want to see how hot the cash buyer activity is for these particular pockets that you're looking at, because if you plan to be wholesaling, that's going to be your customer and you want to see what appetite they have. And like I said before, you can be in a singular market or you can be in multiple markets. But understand, when it comes to marketing, the smaller or more singular market that you are in, the more expensive your marketing is going to be. For example, PPC with Google Ads. If you're nationwide marketing, you're going to have a much cheaper cost per lead than if you were marketing to, for example, just Atlanta, Georgia, with that confined geographic area. So if you're going to niche down and be in a singular market, that's okay, and it's a strategy that I love. Just understand you're going to pay a premium for leads, and you may have a higher cost per deal when it comes to KPIs. Versus if you spread out over multiple markets, multiple geos, especially in areas that have different priced properties, maybe some higher income properties and some lower income properties, and everywhere in between, you're going to have a smoother deal flow in different property sizes. The big pops are going to have more time in between them, and you'll have the little pops to make up the gap in between and not deal with too many cash conversion cycle issues. So I hope that helps. Just a couple tips about if you're looking to move into a new market or a market for the first time in your REI business.